Yo guys, TheCuriousBrit back once again, and in today's video we're reacting to another video from the channel, Not Just Bikes. This video is called The Dutch Solution for Safer Sidewalks - Continuous Sidewalk. I've never heard of a continuous sidewalk before, but I guess I'm gonna learn a thing or two about them in this video based on the title. So if you like what you see, don't forget to smash that thumbs up button, hit subscribe. With that being said, let's jump into this one.
By the end of this video, I hope to get you excited about sidewalks. There are a lot of great things about Dutch street design. I'm working on a video about traffic calming, but I wanted to talk about one thing that makes the biggest difference for safe walking. If you look at a typical North American junction, it looks something like this. The sidewalk ends, there's a drop down to the level of the road,
England.
And it's very clear that you're crossing a space for cars. For the driver, it looks just like the rest of the road. The only thing marking the pedestrian crossing is the same magical white paint that they use for bicycle lanes. But it doesn't seem to do a very good job of slowing down the cars. And neither does the stop sign. Hey, buddy, there's a stop sign there! Never mind. Compare that to this crossing in Amsterdam. For the pedestrian, the sidewalk continues through the junction and doesn't drop down. This sends a very clear message that this is a space for walking. For the driver, everything about this design, from its look to its physics, demands slow speed. The Netherlands actually isn't the only place in the world with continuous sidewalks, but I think the Dutch version is the most effective.
So the people
Here's an example
keep
from London
moving,
in the UK. As you can see, the level of the street is raised
and the
to sidewalk
cars
level
stop.
to make it a continuous footpath. But note the look of the design. There's a double yellow line, and the raised portion is the same color as the road, not the footpath. This sends a clear message that this is a space for cars. It acts
yeah,
like
because it is a
speed bump,
space for
but everything
cars.
else
It's a
about the
speed
design
bump
is
there.
still very car
It's just to
friendly.
get people to go slow.
Here is an example from Copenhagen in Denmark. This is definitely better. It looks more like the sidewalk than the road. When there's a bicycle lane present, there are 2 drops for a car driver. But from a driver's point of view, I find it still pretty easy to cross right through the space for pedestrians without noticing. And lots of junctions don't use them at all. Back to the Netherlands, you'll notice the sidewalk color is consistent. It's clear to every road user that you're crossing a sidewalk. The raised portion is often set back quite far from the junction, so a driver will be guaranteed to be driving slowly when they cross paths with a pedestrian.
That's clever.
The road fans out sometimes, but there's no large corner radius here. The ramp down ends abruptly, and the corner is 90-degree angle, making drivers slow down almost completely to make the sharp turn. These slow speeds ensure that drivers have a chance to stop before a collision, and if a collision does happen, it's extremely minor due to the low speeds
Yeah, really
involved.
clever, actually.
There's one other benefit as well. For a driver turning off the major road, it signals that they're now entering a new zone, one with slower speeds and more pedestrian activity. Of course, these design principles only apply to smaller streets where they meet more major roads. At major junctions, different design principles apply and pedestrian signals are used. And for small streets crossing other small streets, the whole junction becomes like one big speed bump, but I'll talk about that in a future video. When there's a separated bicycle path, it's also raised up to sidewalk level, and people on bikes don't need to drop down to the level of the road or even to slow down at all. This makes sense because the person on the bicycle is on the major road and shouldn't need to slow down just because there's a minor junction. It's hard to describe how much nicer it is to walk in an environment like this. It feels like the people walking are in control and that drivers are a guest in their environment, not the other way around.
Yeah, it does make life a bit easier, doesn't it?
Of
If
all
you
the
walk
great street
everywhere,
design in the Netherlands,
you don't have to
I
stop.
think this should be the first
The
thing
cars
that
stop for
every
you.
city does right now
So I
to
suppose
improve their streets.
gets more people out and
Not
about
just for the
walking
safety of
because it's
pedestrians,
safer.
but also just to make walking more pleasant and encourage people to do it more often.
Be annoying driving it, to be honest with you.
So, excited about sidewalks?
That was an interesting video. Safe for pedestrians, but personally, I think it would do it'd get me to stop driving probably, because it'd do my head in all the time. Every time I turn a corner, speed bump, speed bump, speed bump. Like, whoa. Like in the small town I live in, I know all the different routes to avoid the roads with speed bumps on. Like, I'll only ever use the roads with speed bumps on if necessary, you know. And like, you've got zebra crossings, or like, you've got the traffic lights and stuff where people can cross the roads. So, but it is a good safe option for more pedestrians if you've got a lot more foot traffic in certain areas and stuff. But yeah, if you've liked what you've seen, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. It really does help me out. Hit subscribe and turn on those bell notifications so you don't miss any future uploads. Until next time, I've been the Curious Brit. Peace out, people.